Now that's Huggie Pacino certified.
Going on, y'all? This is Huggie Pacino. Alright, so I found this story on Facebook. Actually, a friend of mine on Facebook. I was actually scrolling the post, and as soon as I saw it, I said, let me dig a little bit because this shit don't seem right. As she should, let that lady out. Phillips didn't die in a blaze and is being charged with first-degree sex crime. Jackson faces arson charges and assault charges. The state of mind of Jackson at the time she set Phillips on fire is being questioned. Should Jackson's mental state at the time result in a lenient sentence when it comes time for the criminal court to address the situation of the crime she is being charged with? The public is worried that the state will punish Jackson too harshly for the crime of passion. Now, this story involves a lady by the name of Tantanysha Hedman and a guy by the name of Vincent Phillips. The story that's floating around is Vincent Phillips was set on fire because he was allegedly molesting a 7-year-old girl. In most articles it says a child, it never said his child. In most articles it said his child. The particular woman, Tantanysha Hedman, is supposed to be the one that set him on fire due to the accusations that she stated. Now, as you can see here, the article has a guy on fire on the left, which obviously isn't him. But then they have this picture of this black woman with this, crazy mugshot, right? And then if you look at it, it says, woman set her husband on fire for raping her 7-year-old daughter. Loading, when Vanessa Jackson found that her 52-year-old husband, Vincent Phillips, raped and molested her daughter, she took matters into her own hand. So let's go there. Let's go there, shall we? And if we scroll here, woman set her husband on fire for raping her 7-year-old daughter. Now, the problem with this is Tantanysha Hedman is the female. And this is not Tantanysha Hedman. The lady wasn't even Vanessa Jackson. All right? Now, the problem with this is that you have people in these sites, these fake sites that regurgitate old information and flip stories and turn them out to, make them a actual certain type of agenda. When Vanessa Jackson found her 50-year-old husband, Vincent Phillips, raped and molested her daughter, she took matters into her own hands. The 40-year-old mother waited for her husband to go to bed. Then when he was asleep, she poured a combustible liquid on him and lit a match. Then she admitted to the police that she intentionally set him on fire because shooting him would have been nice. Phillips didn't die in the blaze and is being charged with first-degree sex crime. That is a lie. Even in the real story, that is a lie. Let's continue. Jackson faces arson charges and assault charges. The state of mind of Jackson at the time she set Phillips on fire is being questioned. All right? Now we know the rest. Currently, Jackson is in the police custody awaiting a court hearing. All right? Now, the problem with this is that's not her. As we go to Reddit, was the first article that I found about this. Come on, y'all. The image is being spread around social media. The thing is, the woman in the photo isn't even a real woman from the case. You see that? Same story. You see the hashtag free her. See the crazy eyed black chick? This image about a woman who burned her husband alive for sexually abusing their daughter is going viral amongst social activist pages, feminists, and etc. The thing is, all the posts are using this black woman's mugshot and the name Vanessa Jackson. But that's funny because the real woman is a white woman named Tantanysha Hedman. Why are they using this Vanessa Jackson person's photo and name? I don't know. Possibly for some type of independent black woman hero narrative. Tons of comments are supporting this woman's actions. The fact that someone would change the facts of the story to fit a narrative, and that so many people are buying this up and believing it, is infuriating to me. Absolutely right. Vanessa Jackson isn't even a person, and the person that you see in the photo is not even her. So who is Tantanysha Hedman? Before we get into that, let me show you something else they did. You go to other sites, you'll see this too. She has crazy eyes. When Vanessa Jackson found that her 52-year-old husband, blah, 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 blah. So this is how y'all do in the South. I don't know what this is about. Do I click this? There you go. There's another female's picture. You see that? Except this time, same photo, just add a different female's photo there. So now I beg to ask this. When it comes to black media, why do y'all take stories and make them your own with your own agenda and trying to insult the intelligence of the people? Because a lot of people thought this was really somebody else. Well, who is Tantanysha Jackson? Let's get into that. This is Tantanysha Jackson, Tantanysha Hedman, ladies and gentlemen. A woman who prosecutors say set her husband on fire pleads not guilty to domestic assault. Alright, now this was in 2014 of July. Alright, now the woman has since been free since 2016. Tantanysha Hedman has been accused of setting her husband, Vincent Phillips, on fire. She claims she did it because she said Phillips molested a child. The problem with this is it said a child. It's not even said that the child is even hers, but the fact that she's married. Whose child was it? I don't know. But according to what she said, and we'll get into the messages that I've had with her, because I've actually had inboxes with her, and we'll share that with your people, because people need to know the updated story that you can't find anywhere else but here. Let's continue. A Washington woman who told police she set fire to her husband because shooting him would be nice pleaded not guilty to the charge of domestic violence assault. The King County Prosecutor's Office says 39-year-old Tantanysha Hedman remained jailed after Tuesday's arraignment in Kent with a bail set at $500,000. Court papers said she poured gasoline on Phillips on July 16th at their Redden apartment, set the fire because she believed he had molested a child. A friend helped put out the fire, and Phillips went to a nearby convenience store asking for help. He was treated at Harbor Medical Center in Seattle for several burns to his head and chest. Now, this is the key thing that I want to point out to you, because in these inboxes, it was kind of a different story. Police investigated the abuse claims, and Thursday's prosecutors are still reviewing the case to decide whether to charge him, according to a spokesman for the prosecutor's office. That's a fact. But we'll get into what she said later. When a Redden detective questioned Hedman 2 days after the alleged assault, she said she bought gasoline, took it to the apartment, poured it on Phillips, and set him on fire because she believed he had abused a child. She also stated that she made up her mind that she was going to pour gasoline on him and not shoot him because that was too nice, the police report said. Now, I play no sides here. According to what she said, according to the report, what people need to understand is that if the man did molest your child, if you caught him, I can understand if you got violent with him, if you stabbed him, if you shot him, if you poured gasoline on him and set him on fire. But once you go out of your house and you go to the store, you get gasoline, you wait till he go to sleep, you pour gasoline on him, and then you set him on fire, there is no justification for self-defense or defending of anybody ever. That is premeditated, as a premeditated crime. And you intentionally set him on fire with the intent to harm him after the fact. Alright? Now that we got that out the way, and as you can see here, when she eventually came home, there was a GoFundMe set up. This is her, Tantanysha Hedman. This is the daughter. I'm appearing to be allegedly her daughter. I'm not sure. But she raised $1,700 at one point to get on her feet. And she mentioned that in the messages as well. Let's move that out of the way. As you can see here, this is the Facebook page of Tantanysha Hedman. The 1030 people that like this, I will be posting this over here so we can pretty much, you know, get people updated on the story so people can know the facts to what's going on here. As you can see, it's in July 2016. I just got a call for Tantanysha. She is out. Thank God. She is going into a transitional house for the time being. I will update more as I find out more information. Now, I don't know what they mean by transitional housing. That's up to them. Like I said, I play no sides in this. Now, apparently, she's been out since 2015. So Tantanysha is out and free now. I will post more information as I get it. Now, first of all, you said this is September 2015. And then you said in July, I just got a call, she is out. So why did you say she was out in September 2015? Then she was out in July 5th, 2016. But I don't know who controls this Facebook page. I don't know who this is that owns this page. But they haven't posted since 2016. Then they wrote in March, Tantanysha is out and has a GoFundMe, all right? And if we go to that GoFundMe, this is what popped up. So this GoFundMe was before that, apparently. Here's the new form that picked up her story. I'm so grateful that her case is getting attention. All right. And as you can see here, we clicked this story. This was in 2015, so this is like a year after, but apparently it's gone. Enabled confirmation, the money will be sent. Now, so they had been running a GoFundMe since 2014. Wow, I didn't know that. We sent $2,300 to your bank account. Ooh, this is new to me. In real time, y'all. The funds should appear in your bank account 2 to 5 business days. This was in 2014. This case was July 2014, July, August, September, October. Email confirmation, the money will be sent 2 to 5 days. Next update will show funds applied to Tantanysha's account. Yes, she is. She is my biological mom. Whoever Lanisha is, she said she's the biological mom of her. Still in jail now. Then they said no, she's out. Is she a case of solved or any charges still pending? Then they wrote, she did her time for what happened. This was 2 years ago, so this was recent comments. This wasn't comments back then. All right. Is she still in jail? I don't see any recent update. I would also like to know. Now, this is new to me. But anyway, this is irrelevant. Well, a few things that we did discover that were relevant. Let me see if I can find something right quick.
State wife is accused of setting her husband on fire, claiming she did it to get back for what he did to her daughter. This is Vincent Phillips, who crawled into a gas station screaming for help after the fire was put out. Police say his wife, Tantanysha Hedman, was actually caught on camera buying gasoline just a few hours before the incident. And as soon as Phillips fell asleep, she doused him in gas and set him on fire. Hedman claims he sexually abused her 7-year-old daughter, and shooting him would have been nice as well.
If it was my child and someone had did something to my child, I wouldn't set him on fire, but I don't know how I would react to that, because that's a big deal.
Phillips is now in the hospital and facing molestation charges. His wife is behind bars, accused of arson and assault.
All right, so let's get into these messages, shall we? All right, now this is Tantanysha. As you say, live from Redmond, Washington. So this is her account. I said, hi, I'm a YouTuber. I found the story of the burned husband. Very interesting. Is there an update on his status of his case? What's the status on your case? How's your daughter? 5 years later, how are you? Thousands want to know from my search. All right. The status is I did my time in prison and then got myself together. so that I could get my daughter back. My question is, like I said, I play no sides in this. Why did you have to get your daughter back? Like, shouldn't somebody have your daughter during the time of the trouble case that you had? But anyway, let's continue. Housing was a real struggle with an arson charge behind me. She is okay. She is in need of some real therapy that I can't afford. So we struggle together. I'm truly sorry for what I did. That's how I understand. So did the man really do that? Because I see no update about it. Did he ever get convicted? What happened to him? Was he proven to be the guy that did the crime that led to what you did? Because people support what you did, but many want to know what happened to him with him. That's what she wrote. The state announced that they were going to charge him with 2 accounts of first-degree child molestation. He stayed in the hospital for a month and racked up a hefty bill. They let him go, and I'm not sure why. I can only speculate that the state did not want to be responsible for his hospital expenses. He did go to prison for second-degree assault by strangulation, because shortly after being released from the hospital, he strangled a woman almost to death in front of her 7-year-old daughter. I tried to get him to go on Steve Wilkos' show to take a lie detector test, and he declined. I'm not the biggest, intelligent dude, but isn't Steve Wilkos like a parody show? Is that not like a fake show? I don't know. I know I look at Steve Wilkos like entertainment. I never thought it was something that had like real cases, but this is what she said. So they let him go because of hospital bills, but he caught a case with someone else. They got him for that? Are you saying that they did an investigation and never took him to trial? Wow, I'm sorry to hear that. If he was in the hospital, was he ever charged at all? 2 counts? Wasn't it 1 child? Now that's new information. Keep in mind, everything in blue is me, everything on the left is her. Yes, they let him go, and it was 2 counts because he molested her twice. And this is when it got interesting. How far apart are these 2 times? She said, I am not sure, but I think it was only a few months. She said, I'm not sure, but I think it was only a few months. Then I wrote, no offense, but why wasn't he set on fire the first time you knew? Statute of limitations still stand. Why not pursue justice for your daughter? I'm with that. Now, that's my honest opinion. My thing is, if she wants to pursue this guy, you still can get him. But anyway, let's continue. I called him the second time, and I have moved past it all. I believe that God will give him just what he deserves. I said, okay, keep in touch. Okay. Now, the issue of this whole situation here is when she said that a few months, and she said, I'm not sure, but I think it was only a few months. When she said she caught him, the fact that you caught him and you went out your home, got gasoline, and set him on fire when he was asleep. Not when he was woke, but when he was asleep. That's illegal. I don't care what nobody says. Nobody can get away with that. Nobody. But and I like to look at it like a gender thing. Like, she's a female. She's gonna get the pass because they label it crime of passion. But that's what the hoax story said. The actual real story didn't give you that that narrative. But like I said, and I'm also, after this, you're gonna get the actual phone call I got with the court. Like I said, much respect to Tantanysha for reaching out to me. I thank you. People wanted to be updated about this story. Now you have the facts to the story. We're going to get into more information about the proof to back up everything that I went over, everything she stated. And in the meantime, leave your comments, leave your thoughts. Make sure you share this with the people. I will be giving this to people on Facebook because it was hundreds of people on Facebook wanted to know the real story and what was the actual story about. So, like I said, this is Huggie Pacino. Thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure y'all hit the like button, share, and subscribe. Peace.
You've reached the King County Superior Court Clerk's office. If this is a long-distance call for you, please hang up and call our toll-free number, 1-800-325-6165, and press 3. To assist the clerks in maintaining minimum wait time, please have pen and paper, your case number, and your questions ready. Many of your questions can be answered by visiting our website. Next available clerk, please press 7. You will likely hear a click. Hello, you have reached the King County Superior Court Clerk's office. Please hold while your call is being transferred. King County Superior Court Clerk, how can I help you?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm alright, how are you?
Alright, my name is Kenneth Hart. I looked up this story today that someone sent me about this guy by the name of Vincent Phillips. And I was trying to call to get some status about his case. It was a story that was ran back in 2014 about him being set on fire by his wife. And he was accused of allegedly molesting her daughter. And the lady's name was Tantanysha Hedman. And I was trying to see what was the status of him. Like, was he acquitted? Was he convicted or anything? That's pretty much all I wanted to know.
Okay, what did you say his last name is?
Phillips, Phillips.
And his first name?
Vincent, Vincent.
And you said this was from a couple of years ago?
July 2014. The lady was also arrested, but according to her GoFundMe on Facebook, she's been free since 2016.
Sorry, I'm just waiting on my flow computer.
No problem. Take your time. This is like my 5th number call, and I'm very patient. I've been trying to find out what happened. Because there's nowhere online of like what happened to him and what happened to, I would contact her personally on social media about her daughter. I'd rather ask her about that. But I wanted to know what happened to the guy. So.
Okay. Alright, so he got a judgment and sentence in 2015. Let's see what it says. So he was found guilty of assault in the 3rd degree. From 9/27/2014. And
not sexual assault, just assault?
That's all his charge says.
Wow. Because the story went like this. The lady apparently caught him when he was asleep. She went and got gasoline, set him on fire because she said that allegedly he molested her 7-year-old daughter. Now, of course, the guy had eventually, I guess, got to the store to try to get help, and I guess the fire got out of him, but he had got to the convenience store, said that he was on fire, help me, and he was arrested, and then she was arrested. She was apparently free in 2016. She was raising money. So she was actually arrested for setting him on fire. She was free in 2016. His status was unknown. So you said that he was convicted of just assault, simple assault, correct?
On this case, that's all I see. It did say in his information page from the police, from the prosecuting attorney's office, that he had prior charges of unlawful, like some books, which is drug crime, and then unlawful possession of firearm in the 2nd degree. But it doesn't say anything about any sexual actual crimes.
So anything he was ever arrested for after that? Like convicted of anything?
I didn't see when I ran his name. This was the only case that I found in our system. It could. I don't know if anything happened in another court.
Was he 52 years old in 2014? Was it the same one?
I'm pretty sure because when I ran it, both people's names came up. Vincent Phillips and the other lady's name, Nicole something.
Her name was Nicole. That's another,
Nicole.
That's another case.
Right, but I'm saying when I ran his name, both of those cases popped up like they were tied together.
Tantanysha came up?
Oh, Nicole's a different case, you said. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Misunderstood.
So what's the status on Tantanysha, if you don't mind? Because apparently...
Tantanysha is one that...
She didn't get convicted of molestation, so we can scratch that. So...
Hers did come up. Let me see what hers says.
Okay.
I can give you these case numbers if you would like.
That'll be perfect. Well, what's this case number?
It is 15-1
-1
-007
007 dash. Okay.
00738
38
-2.
dash 2. So it's 15-1 -007 38 -2.
That's for Mr. Phillips.
Gotcha. And for Hedman.
Her case number is 14-1 -04496-4.
Okay. And
her charges were assault to substantial bodily harm and arson first degree.
okay. And was she convicted?
Yes, she was found guilty on both of those.
Found guilty. So, from my understanding here, she lied about the molestation. That's just my personal opinion. I'm not saying you should.
I can't.
Yeah,
I can't say that.
Yeah, I understand that perfectly, but that's just what I noticed here. So, okay, but anyway, I appreciate you helping me out. Thank you so much. Because I wanted to speak about this online, but I wanted to know the facts because I remember this story, and it's like people just, I would have did the same thing if I was a mother, and blah blah blah, and I'm like, we don't even know if this dude did anything. Like, there's no update, and people have asked me, and there's people who have contacted me wanting to know the update. So I'm like, let me get to the bottom of it. Let me find who I can, and I thank you for helping me out so much. Appreciate you so much for that.
You're welcome. If you need any more information, I mean, there is a fee to access case documents, but there is a way to do it online. If you wanted to view any of the documents, it's like 25 cents a page.
No problem.
Or if you live locally, you can always come into one of the locations we have and look at the case.
I wouldn't mind paying. What site do I go to?
So if you go to kingcounty.gov.
King County, that's King.
Yes, King, county, all spelled out, COUNTY.gov. And then when you get there, you'll see at the top where it says departments, and from there you'll want the Superior Court Clerk's Office.
Superior Court Clerk's Office.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then once you get there, there'll be a spot where it says View Case Documents Online. And then it'll take you to a link that says ECR Online. So that's where you'll need to create an account, but that's where you can view actual documents.
All right, absolutely.
In both those cases.
All right. Thank you now. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Have a good day. Sure. Have a good day.
All right.
Bye.
Now that's Huggie Pacino certified.
Chicken and corn.
He wants something to eat. I live for this shit. Why you stay a business, boy?